2016 has been weird as balls, and while there's been a lot of crap that's happened, cough No Man's Sky, cough cough, cough 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 cough, there's been 5 games or so that I really feel like I need to spotlight as some bright points this year, and altogether they became my favorite games of 2016, so let's get right into the list right after this disclaimer. I have not played every single game in 2016. If there's a game that you really like that isn't on this list, it's quite possible I never even played it. So why would I put it on this list? Because this is my personal list of stuff that I played and really liked. So a game like Titanfall 2, never got around to playing, it's not going to be on this list. I'm sorry, that's the way it works when I don't play video games. That being said, let's get right on into the list. Oh yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be wonderful. FIFA 17 is the one sports game I buy every 3 years, because when I buy a sports game yearly, there's only small little updates, but if I wait a few years, then I see like the big overall updates, and that's what I saw with FIFA 17. I buy those every like 3 to 4 years or so, and then I play the crap out of them for a few months, and then after that, never touch them again. That didn't like changed up the formula at all, but I really enjoyed my time playing the game. I think it's got a lot to offer people. There's so many different modes in the game, from online play to your career modes to a full story mode now, and overall, as an entire package, FIFA 17 is a really good buy, and I played the crap out of it in 2016. Battlefield 1 is my favorite Battlefield game since Battlefield 3, and I still maintain that Battlefield 3 is a better game than Battlefield 4. You can fight me on that all you want, but that's just my personal preference in how the games play out. Battlefield 1 slows down the gameplay a little bit from 4, and I really appreciate that. I prefer that slower, methodical gameplay in my Battlefield franchise, and this one has gotten back to it a little bit. They took a little bit of a risk with going back to World War I, albeit it still feels a bit more like World War II, but I'm fine with that because we're seeing something that we haven't seen as often in the last few years. It's good to see games go back in time rather than forward. I'm getting a little tired of the sci-fi stuff for now, and as an experience, Battlefield 1 has a lot to offer. Are there problems with it? Yes. They're the same problems that have been with every Battlefield game since back in Battlefield 2. And that's the thing that we just have to live with, but I really enjoyed all the time I played with Battlefield 1, even though I suck at the game, and I continue to suck at that entire franchise, but I still like it, damn it. I don't remember the week I spent playing Civilization 6. Like, outside of the game at least. I remember everything that happened, especially when Rome decided to be a dick and keep attacking me. We were supposed to be friends, Rome. Why would you do that to me? That being said, it's because I didn't have any social activity outside of my job and playing this damn video game when it released. So Civilization 6 absolutely deserves to be on this list. Is it the perfect Civilization game? No. But it gets it a lot closer than the release of Civilization 5 did. There's things that were in Civ 5 expansions that are already in this game on release, which I really appreciate. They seem to be taking it in a bit of a different direction. It feels a lot more smooth. There's a lot more strategy involved in how you lay out your cities, and I really appreciate that type of thing. So I'm really looking forward to see what the expansions bring over the next year or so, as they patch out things like, crappy AI. That has always been a problem. But it doesn't really detract from the experience of Civilization 6, and for that, I think that it totally deserves the number 3 spot. Now, this number 2 spot was super hard for me, because it's more like a 1B spot than the, hard number 2, and XCOM 2, as a whole, is possibly one of my favorite single-player games in the last 5 to 10 years. It's got so much to offer between the customization of your soldiers, who you really care for, as you level them up, and then they inevitably get melted by a huge variety of aliens. The enemy variety in this game is constantly evolving and changing and increasing as you play it, and it really has that pacing down perfectly. Everything feels drastic, like you expect to have losses, but that doesn't make them any easier. And as a tactical strategy game, it's nearly perfect, aside from a few little glitches and things that don't make sense when you're playing, but they're so few and far between, they don't detract from anything, other than when you shoot at an alien and it goes, through a car completely. And that happens every now and then, but it's fine. but it's because of those little things that I didn't give it my number 1 spot, and that instead goes to... I think most of you could have seen Overwatch coming. That's one game I have been covering pretty religiously on my channel over the last year or so, and I think that overall, it's probably the most well-made game that was in 2016, and honestly, I really value that. You know, there are very few glitches that haven't been patched out in the game. Yes, exploits happen. That's always going to happen in any multiplayer game like that, but Blizzard's been on top in fixing them, patching the game in, trying to change up the meta, introducing new heroes and maps, all for free as well, and I really appreciate that because it adds to an already extremely solid experience and something that we haven't really played any game like it since the old days of Team Fortress 2. It's definitely been the most successful game of this year as well. It's made huge waves in the industry. It's kind of set the trend for the ever-changing first-person shooter market, and we're going to be seeing a lot of games emulating it, and it's because of this success that I do feel that it deserves to be the number 1 spot. You might not like the game, you know, you might not enjoy playing it, but it had a big impact on the industry. And out of any other game this year, this is the one that I spent the most time playing. This is the one that I keep playing day after day. I'm doing terrible this competitive season. There are people leaving all my games and everything. I'm still going back. I'm still enjoying myself. So really, there is no discussion. Overwatch is the best game that I played this year. What do you think, though? I want to know. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think the best games of the year were. If you have any recommendations that I should play, tell me what they are. Any good games you played in 2016, anything you're looking forward to in 2017 as well, I'd love to hear about those too. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, I'd be appreciative. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down it, that's cool. I am Patty Jack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.